I'm excited for Pokemon Champions, and you should too, because Pokemon Champions is going to be the turning point for the entire Pokemon company as a whole. Let's get into it. Now, Pokemon Champions. This game looks pretty great. And I'm not talking about just because you can battle and have fun with it. I'm talking about because it's going to be the entire turning point of the company. By allowing players to just play the game specifically for battling, Champions got that. But that the main series of the game could be for more exploration and the casual audience. Without Pokemon Champions, you would have essentially Sword and Shield, where you had the basic style. All right, you fight, and then you had Dynamax, and you had all that stuff. But then when Scarlet and Violet showed up, well, now you had to change up your battle style and all of that stuff. And maybe it was for the good, maybe it was for the worse. But overall, you had to change everything up. And Pokemon pretty much focus a lot of their resources into making a, good battling system for their champion style Pokemon tournaments. So, if they were to put that all into Pokemon Champions, then don't you think they can have the game freed up for exploration, for maybe mechanics, for a whole bunch of things? And I think that this is a great thing for the Pokemon company. This is a great thing for Pokemon games and fans across the world because there's a lot to do with how a game is and how a game could be. Because, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is a pretty great game. The battle mechanics are on top. They are pretty high. They're really, really good, the battle mechanics. But what if they took half the effort to making a battle mechanic than they did to make an okay open world, exciting adventure kind of? What if they took a lot of resources to flip the tables and put more resources into the game itself and then have the battle mechanics as an afterthought? Don't you think that the game would have turned out better? Because right now, where Pokemon's head is so if we make the battle mechanic better, don't you think more players are going to want to have a replayability sense? Because pretty much, if once you beat the game, more casual player, what is there really to do? You beat the game, you catch all the Pokemon, that's it. But then if you were more like a competitive battler, well, I mean, you can go back and play the game by battling. But if they take Pokemon Champions and they have two games that run side by side with whatever generation is current, maybe, just maybe, they can take whatever. There's going to be Pokemon Legends ZA or something. Mega Evolutions could be part of Champions for a little bit. They'll change up the formula a bit or whatever. However, they're going to do that. But then they keep those two things separate. If they want to, Pokemon wouldn't be Pokemon without battling. They don't need a super over convoluted system into battling. It's battling. It's Pokemon battling. You press a move, attack, okay, fire blast, boom, water gun, boom. You press down, bag, okay, heal my Pokemon. You see what I'm saying? You take that out. Then you have more time to develop the game itself, to have a game that's truly special and unforgettable. Because if you kind of split your attention into having a battle game and Pokemon World thing, then you got an open world adventure, whatever game you want to make. Boom, that's on one side. And then you got the champion thing on the other side. And then battling for the champion competitive people is on, they can go to that game. They don't have to go into the main Pokemon game if they don't want to play the main Pokemon game. But if they want to play the main Pokemon game, that's completely fine. That's perfect because then it gets more players to play that. If they lessen on the battling mechanics themselves, then you would have a really great Pokemon game. Because honestly, I think that Pokemon games, they don't need an overcomplicated battle system. I think the battle system in the old DS Pokemon games are just fine. Take those, slap it onto there, and then work 90% of your efforts into the base games themselves. then you'll have such a better game. You'll have a way better game than to make a very complicated battling system, trying to get all the nooks and crannies perfect for your battling system for your Pokemon game. I'm sorry, but that's not really what Pokemon games are anymore. If you took the time into making a fantastic Pokemon games wouldn't get the most amount of flack that they're getting right now. If you took all the time and effort that you're putting into battling system, because the battling system inside of Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield, whatever game, is really good. I gotta say that right there is a part of the game that's actually really, really good. Maybe you're not a big fan of how the game turned out with all the glitches and stuff, but you gotta say that the battling system is where it's at. It's where, the Pokemon games really shine. But if they split that up, put all the battling stuff into Champions, you can do some tweaking if you want to change up how the battling style actually is going to be. Because this game is going to be on mobile as well. So anyways, you can split your fan base kind of in a way. Then you can have the casual players on one side, having fun with their Pokemon game that doesn't run horribly. Then you got your champion people that like to battle and have fun with that on the other side. And then they can mix and match. Maybe you can have Pokemon that transfer from one game to the other. Just like Pokemon XD, I believe. No, Pokemon Coliseum or something. You were able to transfer a Pokemon. You can do that inside of this game from the next game. And there you go. You have your perfect fighting game. You have your perfect Pokemon game. And boom. Bada bing, bada boom, you got a perfect game as a whole. Now, I made an entire video about a game that I want to see, and battling wasn't really a topic in there, because I think Pokemon would be really good. Like, it doesn't need a super big thing about battling. Slap in the thing from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, there you go. Battling just fine. Or Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, the most simple thing ever, and is just fine. Champions is the one way that I think Pokemon will finally go back to its original roots without a super complicated battling system. I said this like 50 times, but I want it to sink inside your head because, really, I think that the battling system, they take the battling system out, the game is going to be better because the resources right now are split and it's making the games run worse. It's just... it's kind of like, split and divide, kind of thing. Yeah, overall, Pokemon Legends ZA is looking pretty fun. The battling system, I mean, it's changed. It's not necessarily a bad thing that it's changed, but I kind of wish that this game wasn't in a city. Is that just me? I don't know. If I'm playing a Legends game, I kind of want to have the chance to explore, because in Lumiose City, I was stuck in Lumiose City for so long, and that's probably going to bring me back some PTSD from going around in circles and trying to figure out where in the world am I going in Lumiose City. Just thoughts. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope that you enjoy. I hope that you agree with me that Pokemon would be better without a super complicated battling system. Anyways, thanks a lot. There's a community post if you want to. Consider to use that, or use the comment section or whatever, like button. Slap the like button or catch the like button. Yeah, we got to do that. Catch the like button. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, also catch the subscribe button with the Master Ball. Anyways, thanks a lot. With that being said, have a fantastic day and see you in the next one.